I'm here with Anna in her flat.
Hello!
And if you're thinking this is so profesh for Lily's channel, it's because Anna's got her fancy camera set up already and I've just put my memory card in
Lily
it.
was like, can you just like double check it's recording?
I can't remember how to use the big fancy cameras. I haven't done it in
Honestly,
so long.
it's only because of the daily edit. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna get my big old camera out. I literally had to like blow dust off, like.
It's so fancy, we can like see ourselves on the laptop and everything. There's a microphone.
Yeah.
This is old school in a good way. But we are here and we're doing something very special. We're doing a beauty chat video. And those of you who have been watching our videos for many years will know we used to do these all the time.
Once a month.
Once a month?
Yeah, we did them once a month.
Oh, we were so consistent.
It was like once a month on your channel, once a month on mine. We'd like take it in turns.
Yes. I don't know when we started. I should have looked at this before. It would have been really interesting. You have a little look.
Okay.
But we started them, and like, we must have started them quite early on in our friendship because the early ones are so awkward.
They are.
I'm like, so Anna, what is your favourite shampoo? Like, it's just awesome. And it started as like mainly beauty questions for you guys to ask us questions. And then as we went on and like our likes and interests grew, we started like making them themed. We did like, we did like a university one. We did all these different themes. So now a beauty chat basically means ask us anything.
Oh my God, Lily, you're not gonna believe when the first one went live.
Let me guess, 2015.
2013. 6 years ago, August 2013. This is almost 6 years ago now.
That's crazy.
We've been doing this for such a long time. We're old.
Oh my God.
Look at us.
Oh my God, I'm wearing pink lipstick and a purple jumper. Look at your hair.
I had an ombre.
So I put on my little YouTube community space, like, we're gonna do a one-time beauty chat, come back, but ask us anything because it doesn't have to just be about beauty. And we got some good questions, so I've screenshotted them and just thought we'd have a little chat.
I'm looking forward to this.
Any career plans or ambitions after YouTube, or do you see yourselves continuing with this long term?
I want to know your answer for this.
I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but we've never really, I think, like thought that far ahead of like what happens afterwards. I just don't think you can plan for that. You never know. It's going to continuously change and evolve and turn into other things. So I'm not like, I haven't got like this like YouTube exit plan of like, I'm going to do this for 2 years and then I'm going to do this. Sometimes I think about like, what would I like to be doing in the future? Like when I've got kids and stuff. I don't know, it's hard because what we do now doesn't heavily rely on you guys like buying anything or spending money. We've always made money through editorial, like, you know what I mean, ads running in the background and stuff like that. So I find the idea of having like a business or something where you're selling something really daunting. Like I remember my sister set up a shop and I was like, you have to sell X amount, otherwise you have to close. And I find that really, because we've never done that.
No.
So the idea of setting up a business and starting a brand and selling something terrifies me, because you're really having to like rely on people spending money. Whereas us, it's always been like entertainment and advertising and stuff. I find that quite scary.
I never thought I would be in, it's not like we're in the entertainment industry per se, but we're also not in the entertainment industry. I never thought that would be the case. And I think you're right, we've never thought that far ahead. I mean, I probably think maybe like at most like a year ahead, and that can seem quite short-sighted. I feel like there'll be some people who are watching this who are like, how silly, well, you need to think much further ahead than that. But we physically can't. And that's been something I've always struggled with what we do. Like, I'm a planner, big surprise, what a shocker. And the idea that we can't really plan. And
also, over the years, like, don't get us wrong, we've come up with so many different business ideas.
Yeah.
We've got 3 Facebook pages on private with different random like brand names. Yeah. And like same with some of my other friends, I always come up with ideas and I'm like, oh, we should do this. And then I'm like, oh, but you've got to invest X amount of money, or, you know, all these things. And then I'm like, it kind of stops us, and I don't know if that's what I want to do.
I think we really enjoy what we do currently, and I'm enjoying seeing like how it evolves and how it will change, and will it always look exactly like this? No, like look back at our channels and what we were doing when we first started doing these beauty chats like 6 years ago. It's so different. It's such a different industry, and it's such a different kind of online world. But you really can't plan.
Something
maybe we will. Maybe 10 years later we still will be doing
this. Or like I've always thought, like, if I had to, I could probably do like consulting, talking about, we know so much about the industry, But I mean, it's a bit boring. I'd rather do this for as long as possible.
This is the thing, I always think, and I really struggle with not having a plan, but I'm like, all the time whilst I'm enjoying this and able to put a roof over my head, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm enjoying what we're doing. Who knows what's going to happen?
Exactly. No one really knows with whatever job you have, do they? Okay, the next question is, I'm trying to set up a full skincare routine, but I'm having a hard time knowing what to include and what brands to get. What would you say are the ideal components of a great skincare routine for someone in her late 20s?
It's such a tricky one. I'm like, do you read Caroline Hiron's blog?
Yeah, but also, like, even when I send people to Caroline Hiron's, it can be so overwhelming. Like, when you're just like starting out and thinking, I need a skincare routine. I would say like there are like 4 essential basics, which actually I only really use 3, but like cleanser, serum, eye cream, moisturizer. That's all you really, really need. There's lots of extras you can add in, masks and other things. But if you start with the basics and figure those out, then you can have a little play.
I think you're right. And I think there's brands out there like Glossier who are doing like good skincare at like a reasonable-ish price. There's La Roche-Posay, there's Avène, like all of these French pharmacy skincare brands that are kind of solid across the board, aren't going to also cost you the earth. If you have these sort of, like you said, you have your cleanser, your serum, your moisturizer, eye cream question mark. Like sometimes,
I don't even use eye cream.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, an eye cream use, sometimes
so just
I'm
those
not.
3, I'd say like cleanser, serum, moisturizer. Figure out what skin type you have. That's the first thing to do. Like, is your skin dry? Is it dehydrated? Is it oily? Is it a mix? And then you can kind of go and find the products that are right for you.
And you can add in treatments to that. You can add in a vitamin C, you can add in a retinol, you can add in a hydrating serum. Like, I would always suggest having like a morning moisturizer option, like an evening one, so you've got more of like a treatment based one for the evening, an SPF based one for the day. Masks are huge. Like, whenever I use a face mask, I'm like, oh, all of those things that were like were giving me niggles in my skin, like texture, dryness, radiance, all these types of things. Whenever I use a mask, I'm like, that's why things like weren't looking 100%.
I feel that way about serum. Like, if I had to have one thing in my skincare routine, I'm like, serum makes such a difference to my skin.
Yeah.
I'm like, back in the day when I used to just moisturize, I was like, no, it needs that. Someone once, maybe it was Caroline, someone once described it as like the kind of butter that holds the sandwich together.
It's like the filling in the sandwich. Yeah. You need like a good filling in that sandwich. All these extra treatments that you can get, like, they're really, really good, especially for someone who's like going into their 30s. That's something that I'm really looking into. But get your basics down first, then you can add.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is, do you think the industry is wasteful? PR packages are excessive, as are the press trips. Do you feel like you should be more environmentally aware of the effect you are having on the planet? So many people seem to be decluttering and so much product seems to go to waste. Any ideas on how bloggers and companies can make positive changes? I think this is really interesting and something a lot of people are talking about, like within our industry as well, because we're all trying to make our own little changes, you know, whether that's using reusable bags when we go food shopping or buying bamboo pads instead of cotton pads. There's little things we're all trying to do. No one is going to completely change overnight and be the perfect planet person. That's just not going to happen. For me, there's certain things like, I'm so overwhelmed by reusable nappies. I just don't think that's something I can do for my first baby. But I'm happy to use bamboo cotton. Like, you know, there's things where I can dip.
Swaps. Yeah, like small swaps that you can do.
No one's trying to be perfect. But yeah, I think within the industry, it's definitely something that a lot of people are talking about. And I've seen a massive change just within the last 3 months, actually.
Oh, big time with PR packages. Yeah. And I think also there's probably things that you don't see. There's emails that we send out after we get particularly wasteful PR packages that are like, please don't send me. There was one time I got sent this massive box of these huge balloons and I was just so, I just don't need all that. Like, I'm really, I mean, the product, that's lovely, thank you, but we don't need all these like huge wasteful bells and whistles that come with things. And I think brands are really realising that. And I think that's a really amazing thing.
And it's not a new thing. Like, I know because of the new disclosure rules, people think this gifting thing is new, but this has been happening since that very first beauty chat video we just showed you. We've been sent products.
I think I got my first like sample products back when I was at uni. Yeah. So we're talking like 2012.
Yeah.
Free skincare when I was a student. I was like, made it. Like, this is the best thing in my life.
We've been very lucky, but gifting is, because it was happening before in journalism for years. So it's been going for a long time. And I think another thing people don't realise is it's not something we A, ask for, B, can sometimes even accept or not accept. It just, like, these PR databases have our PO box addresses from years and years.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to manage that and to even know who I would email to say, please don't send me any.
Yeah.
But like Anna said, we've been starting to get emails of people saying like, would you like the full PR package? Because some makeup artists need 50 shades of foundation.
Yeah.
Or would you just like your one shade? And I'm like, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
If anything, can you send me a tester and I can try it? And then you don't even have to send me the full size.
A well-known makeup sponge brand got in contact when they were doing a send out because they had like a huge egg-shaped thing. You probably saw it in people's YouTube videos, and they were like, would you like this, or would you just like, you know, the 3 shades that we think that you are in a Jiffy bag? I was like, yep, that'd be perfect.
And the content we used to kind of need that, and I feel like still some people now kind of need that reveal on Instagram. It's all part of it, but with what we do now and the different categories we cover, we don't need that.
No.
People just want to know how the product is. So yeah, I think the conversation's changing. I remember I did a feedback questionnaire for a well-known beauty brand at the end of last year, and I talked about, you know, the excessive amount of pouches and packaging, and they was like, that's something we're working on.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I
it's
think
gonna be slow, but
brands are really listening up. Like, I talked about the Glossier Play and the wasteful packaging in my video review that I did, and the brand emailed me and were like, thank you for your feedback, just an FYI, we're actually phasing out that packaging that's really super wasteful. So like, speak up about it. Like, the brands are listening. Like, us as consumers, like, need to talk about this more. And you're right in what you were saying. It's these small incremental changes. It's like, now I feel terrible. If I've forgotten water and I have to like buy a plastic bottle, I'm like, oh, I feel like the world's worst person.
It's tricky.
We weren't thinking that 2 years ago, so that's amazing.
It's tricky because I guess a lot of the time they need the content. So it should sound like a press trip. Like, if you think about someone's vlogging on a trip, if you go into your room and it's filled with like amazing things, you're gonna vlog it. If it's not, you're not. So for them, for brands, they're probably thinking, how can we get the most content? It's a balance.
And I think when it comes to products being waste, like, I know Lily's the same. If ever I get sent something that I'm just like, that is not my bag, I don't swatch it, I don't touch it, and it goes straight off to a charity sale where like it gets sold for charity to a good home for someone who wants it.
You have like a regular thing where you give it to a certain charity. I have similar, so I'll have like either my friends or family who go through it, or I know someone who works, whose granddaughter has a really rare disease, so she does her own little lunches and sells products and raises money. That's really important for us. Like, there's so much product, and you know,
don't need to.
I never throw away products unless it's something that's personal to me and I've literally got to the end.
Yeah.
And then I'll obviously recycle it. And we recycle all the packaging, Jiffy bags.
Oh, someone said,
oh, Anna, you're like the naughty kid in school.
Someone said you can take stuff to, I think it's a L'Occitane shop, and I think Kill shops do it as well. There's a like a scheme called TerraCycle, and you can take them your old packaging and they recycle it for you.
I think there's gonna be so much more of that. Like, I know Method cleaning products are now doing something where you can go and like refill your bottles. I can imagine like you'd get to the end of, I mean, it's tricky with some makeup, but like skincare especially. Yeah. Kiehl's, you could go in and refill your cleanser. That would be great. I
think there'll be more of that. I think it sucks, but we have to like all kind of take responsibility for it across the board and be excited about like all these changes that are going to happen.
And that was your short answer.
And that was our 15-minute answer to that question.
The next question, do you think that 18-year-old Anna and 18-year-old Lily would have been best friends? What about 15-year-old Anna and Lily? Okay, I have an opinion on this.
Oh, do you? Okay.
15-year-old Lily and Anna would not have been friends.
That's, I think you would have hated. I think you would have hated me because I was like such a boffin, and I was like, oh, I need to revise for exams.
Whereas at 15, that's when I was at my most wild. Like clubbing on holiday, and like I don't know, something happened to my hormones, and 15 was a bad age. So I think I would have been like I have to revise for my GCSEs. I would have been a bad influence on you. I think by 18, which is like gap year age, I mean, you were the type that didn't have a gap year, so I would have been a bit like,
she has not seen the world. She hasn't had a gap year. Oh,
but I think we would have got on then.
Yeah, I think by 18 we would have, because you go to uni, right? Like, you go to uni and you party, and I think we both enjoyed a party and like dancing.
But it was pre-uni. I think we met at the perfect age. Like, how old were we when we met? I must have been 24.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, 23, 24.
We'd both like, you'd probably like loosened up a bit because you'd been at uni, and I'd like chilled out a bit as well. Yeah. I just think we met at the right time.
We met at the right time.
As adults.
I would have thought Lily was way too wild at school. I'd have been like, oh, she's a wild child. And me and my like nerdy friends just would have, too much.
I think I would have liked you, but just being a bit like intimidated by your like discipline.
My discipline?
Yeah, I would have just been
I love that.
trying to get you to smoke or something.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh, I can't.
You're typical eldest child, I'm typical youngest child, basically.
Yeah.
I would love, this is my favourite question, I would love to know what Anna's favourite squash is. And they don't mean like the vegetable.
I've even got Lily on the squash today.
It's so funny that Anna is like, I can't drink water, I have to drink squash. I'm like, how old are you, 10?
I can drink water, but it has to be really, really cold. There is nothing worse than going around someone's house, they say, do you want a water? And they get you lukewarm water. No, thank you very much. I'm not saying I want bottled water. I just want water that has been chilled in the fridge or comes from like a really, really cold tap.
My tap's pretty cold.
Yeah, your tap is very cold. I appreciate that. I like that. But I love, do you want me to go get it?
You go get it. I mean, okay. I'm like the sort of person who would drink Ribena. I find squash, if I was going to get squash, I'd get like, I'm just going to keep talking, I would get like an orange passion fruity type squash. So I was quite surprised that Anna poured me this one because I think these ones taste a bit like medical. Also, I was like, I was like, isn't squash really high in sugar? She was like, this one has 0% sugar in it.
Yeah, but it probably has loads of additives in. Like, if it's bad for you, please don't tell me. I don't want to know because I love it. Robinson's squashed comes in like a little tiny thing, and I
thought you got this just for your book tour because it's like travel size.
You just do a little like. People always asking me what it is. They're like, what is it?
It looks like you know, people carry like sweetener around with them.
Yeah. It's concentrated fruit juice that you put into water and it makes it taste kind of juicy, and I just absolutely love it. And this is the apple and blackcurrant one.
Ooh, that's nice actually. How have Robinsons not tried to work with you yet? So funny.
Please, Robinsons, like, I love your squash so much. And because
0% sugar. It's
super, super concentrated. Like, you know, you can get the double concentrate ones. This is like quadruple concentrate, so you need the tiniest amount. And there's less packaging involved because it's smaller. Hashtag trying to be more environmentally friendly, but it must be like quite a UK thing, or I don't know, like there's certain parts of the world that have this, because I get a lot of very confused comments about squash.
Come forward in case. My favourite squash story is that my friend JC, who's half Brazilian, half Italian, when he first came to the UK when he was like a teenager, the squash wasn't a thing then, so he just used to drink like a whole glass of squash. He didn't know you had to dilute it with water.
Oh my god, it is so full on if ever you tried to do that. Back at uni, people would have like squash and vodka, like that was very much a thing.
With water?
Maybe like a dash.
Oh.
Maybe a little dash. Wasn't personally my thing.
It's not a big squash family. I feel like I've never, Ribena.
I do love Ribena, but if you drink squash like I do, it's too heavy to have more than one pint. It makes me feel very like eroded from the inside.
I agree, it's lighter. I didn't know squash was lighter.
There you go.
Learned something new today. Do you think your friendship would change once baby Pebbles is born? I love they call it baby Pebbles. I feel like we get this question a lot. People are very concerned about how our friendship is going to last through a baby.
Well, it's the end. It's the end, guys.
That's what, I have loads of friends that have had kids over the last few years. Yeah. You also do.
Yeah.
I think the only reason it would change our friendship over anyone else's is because we work a lot together. So like at the moment it's quite frustrating that we've got this big gap where we can't like work on things together. And like I've been very open with me and Anna, the best thing about our friendship is that we never ever get jealous about each other. Like if we both get offered a job and one of us gets it, it's never been an issue. I've been very honest with Anna saying like I think I'm going to struggle a bit being jealous just about like because I love what I do. Thank you. I'll be jealous, even though I'll be having other amazing things going on. If you're like traveling or like doing cool jobs, I think I'll just be a bit like, it's not like I don't want you to be doing it, but I'll just be like, I wish I could do it too.
Yeah, she's really annoyed. She's like, Bali, like, come on. And then like, I think most things that Lily is upset about is me going to Bali, and then also the fact that I can still wear high-waisted trousers. But then this is also one of these things, like hopefully one day I'll have a baby and it's like, it all like balances out.
Yeah.
I've had friends that have had kids and it changes in the way that they've got a new priority. Like your number one priority in your life will be your baby.
But it's not like, no offense, it's not like you're currently my number one priority, so I'm going to replace her.
Exactly, so it doesn't.
And actually I think because since you moved to Brighton, it's probably better because we're better at like managing our friendship because we don't see each other all the time. It's probably harder for friends you see all the time.
Yeah, Lily fucking hates speaking on the phone, and I force her.
Yeah, you're the only one I talk to on the phone, so that's actually probably a good thing.
I don't even warn you anymore. It used to be like, can I call you? And now I just call her. Like sometimes she'll WhatsApp me and then I will just call her back and be like, hello. So
that's because, you know, at the moment I'm like, yeah, I'm just lying on the sofa.
I think it'll be really nice, and I think it'll be so nice seeing Lily as like a mother and being a parent and you're gonna have so much to like teach me. Like I feel like
I can't wait.
Lily has like always taught me. Like you're what, like 1 year older than me, but you left your job before me and you were like, this is how you do it. And
yeah, I'm like the bigger sister friend in our relationship, and just because I've got a lot of friends who are older than me, so it's quite nice that I can like be that with
I feel like there's certain things that we like share advice on, but there's so many things that like Lily, she is. I haven't got an older sister, so Lily is the older sister friend between us, and I'm really excited that hopefully if one day I have a baby, Lily can be like, okay, this is what you do.
Here's my downloadable PDF.
Yeah, I'm very excited to one day use them. Oh, she's gonna be so tiny. Like, I really hope I get to see her when she's like all tiny. And
yeah,
then
when you get back from your holiday,
when they get like all chunky and you jiggle. Oh, I love it. So I can't wait.
What do you think of the new Maybelline Dream Urban cover versus the IT Cosmetics CC cream? Now you haven't really tried yours yet properly, have you?
No.
We've got them here because we just did a video on Anna's channel, which is going up on Tuesday, which is like an old school get ready with me, chatty, you know. Very informative.
You know the deal. If you want to know what makeup we're wearing, because you know it looks so amazing and so different to normal, you'll be able to see that then.
So I got a couple of these. You got like loads. The shade range is bizarre. So wait, that's what I would say. You haven't really tried it yet.
I haven't really tried it yet, but for reference, I got the shade 100 Warm Ivory, which Lily also has. I wouldn't say it's particularly warm. I'll say it's actually very yellow. And also this is a good dupe for fair.
Yeah.
And then I got 116 Sesame, which I thought was a good dupe for light.
But it's a bit...
It's not 100% there.
And I got 126, which is nude beige. Compare the two. Yeah, darker. Maybe mine didn't have that colour when I went in. I don't know. I would have got that one otherwise. So I mixed the two. I think it's very, very similar. I think it's not as glowy or wet as the IT Cosmetics.
And like it's good today.
It feels different on the skin. It feels like soft on the skin, like a bit satiny maybe. I don't know. I'm looking forward to you trying it because you're much better at reviewing foundations than I am. But I'm really
scared to try it because I just hate when you try a foundation and it just looks absolutely
No, I think you'll like it. And I really like the squeezy applicator better than the pump because the IT Cosmetics pump is so messy and when you get near the end it like squirts across the room. I was really shocked when you said that and I like read your story and was just like, no, like how can a squeezy be better? But you're right, I had actually forgot that at when it gets
near
the end, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And this, you can really control how much.
I think I've got foundation on my white wall because of it.
Also look, you can never do that with IT Cosmetics. You have to do that the whole pump.
I'm very intrigued. I think you're right. I think it'll be more matte than the IT Cosmetics,
yeah, a little bit.
But not really. Like
when are you? Oh my eye, it's so bad. When are you trying it?
Okay, I will try it tomorrow, and then I will write a comment. This is going up on Sunday.
Yes.
I will write a comment under this video with my thoughts and feelings.
But you're not going to work it into the daily edit.
No, it's just all like maybe. No, I don't.
She's so pre-scheduled, she hasn't got room.
No, I wish.
Okay, what's your Domino's order? Wait, I think we should say guess each other's.
Oh, I know yours. Oh.
Yeah, go on, you know mine. Mine's easy.
Okay, yours is mushroom pepperoni.
Yes, so pepperoni passion with extra mushrooms.
With lots of dip.
Oh my god, always. Luckily, Rich doesn't eat his dip. So if we both order, I just know I've got his dip.
Sorry, that's disgusting.
Otherwise, I'll order extra if I'm like, because I basically get the dip and I put it all over. But then when I'm eating the slice, I need the dip for the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just seen you do it. Oh. Yeah, you do the drizzle and then you do the dip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't actually really know because I feel like yours used to be like pepperoni passion, but now you're a bit veggie.
I know. I don't know. Sometimes
veggie supreme. Like I like that one.
No. Oh, really? I like veggie so deeply offended.
Sound like sweet corny.
Yeah. Okay. So no cheese. Do you know what? You know we did the job for the light Domino's. I actually do really like that because it comes with less cheese.
I know.
This is what Domino's need. Domino's. You need a less cheese option like Pizza Hut, okay? Because I don't want your normal cheese. I don't want the cheese.
Is fine. Don't
I just
touch
want
the
less cheese. I just don't like. I'm not crazy about melty cheese. I like cheese.
But pizza and grilled cheese sandwiches.
I don't know. I'm getting there. So Domino's, you need a less cheese option because then I would have less cheese instead of no cheese. But I have no cheese. Or less cheese.
So it's just tomato?
Corn. Yeah, just tomato.
Sweet corn. This before. Sweet corn, right.
Red onion. And then if I'm having a good veggie day, I'll just leave it like that.
Like tomato, sweet corn and red onion.
Just leave it like that.
On bread.
If I'm having I'm really struggling to be vegetarian day, then I have pepperoni. Don't look at me like that.
You're definitely the weirdest human I know, like with your eating habits, by far. So weird. Please someone tell me that you think that's weird.
Oh my God, it's
just tomatoes, sweet corn and red onion. Red onion is the thing that everyone always asks not to have on things.
Oh my God, red onion. No, I'm sorry, red onion on beets. So I'm putting in case forward, it's really nice. Guys, please don't put hate on this video, like please. I'm like waiting for the trolls to like film my
Domino's is never going to work with you again. Hair removal. What methods do you use for different body parts? I thread my brows. I used to laser my cheeks and upper lip, which I found that you didn't have to do like a full-on course. I just go every now and again and that's enough. I can't do it during pregnancy, obviously. I epilate my underarms. And I used to epilate my arms. I actually haven't done it in ages and the hair's thinned out. So I know, that's the great thing about epilated. It really does thin out your hair. So underarms, arms, epilate my legs, and then I wax my bikini. And I've never, ever, ever done anything other than wax my bikini because my best friend's mum growing up was a beautician. She always told me not to. And it doesn't grow back that quickly because I've only ever waxed. I don't get ingrowns, you know, and it's great. And I think that's, I mean, I've got like a hairy tummy and back, but I leave it. Feet.
Yeah.
Like hairy toe.
Yeah.
Epilate. Oh, okay. Really, really hurts on your toe.
Oh my God, that makes
me like hold your toe down. You're like,
that actually makes me
but it's like one go.
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got hairy tummy and back, but I've just like I just wear swimming costumes these days. No one needs to like know about that.
I love it. It's like head to toe.
Oh my God, and now I've got the line. You know, you get the pregnancy line down your tummy.
Have you got the pregnancy line?
Oh, it's so weird.
It's
so weird.
You showed me after.
Oh, it's a bit gross.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. Eyebrows. Sometimes thread, just like pluck. They're like, I thread and then they're like, why don't you come in like immediately? And I'm like, because I'd be back in like next week. Like you have to pluck in between. I haven't had them threaded for a really long time. But if you have big brows, I really suggest it because they bring such shape to your face. And whenever I go, I'm like, oh, so much better than if I just do it myself.
I used to wax. I do not like waxing eyebrows.
Oh, I used to wax. I used to get really dry underneath.
I think it makes you have like saggy eyelids.
I
pull.
Yeah, I think threading, it's the way to go. Face, I have those little like Japanese razors. I think I've got one here. Little like mini Japanese razor, and I'm like, I like do it. And Mark's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm just.
Oh my God! But does it make it grow back stubbly? Like
no. Well, sometimes I give my so basically I've got like an at-home laser, not as strong as like an in-salon laser, but sometimes I just give my face like a zap of the at-home laser.
I need this under there.
Yeah, it's really good for like under. It's really good for your sideburns.
Chin hair at the moment.
I've got like a reoccurring chin hair now. Like that's when you know you're getting old. Very exciting.
Man, what loads.
Underarms, I shave, then I use like my at-home. It's like a brawn. I think it's brawn.
Laser thing.
Yeah, laser thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Wonderful, and it like
it's just really good.
Yeah, it just doesn't grow back like half as quickly and half as thick. That's great. Arms, shave would do like the little laser if I could be bothered, but I just don't care. It's a really, it's like such a short.
But shaving, I always found shaving, I don't shave anything anymore really, unless on holiday I'll take one. Sometimes it makes your legs a little bit smoother after you epilate, but it grows back stubbly.
Yeah, it's, totally. But they just, I mean, if you met my dad, like, oh, literally, otherwise.
Do you find epilating too painful?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it makes me sweat just thinking about it. Bits, shave, then I do the at-home laser, and it's changed my life. Barely grows back. When it grows back, it's much finer. If you can't handle waxing, like, oh my God, honestly, when you're a really hairy girl, waxing your bits is just so devastating.
It's the best feeling when you walk out and you're like, woo,
you feel
my dreams come true. I can like hear music playing when I walk out of the salon.
So I was like, I feel like my beautician used to be like, I feel like I can run a marathon after I have bikini wax.
I'm gonna get it all off before childbirth. Got it booked in for a couple of weeks, like everything. I can't wait. I can't see it anymore, this is a problem. So I'm like, I actually don't know what I'm dealing with.
I just found the whole thing like so traumatic. Like one time this lady was like, we're gonna need a couple of extra strips for you. And I was just like, kill me now. Like, this is just horrible. So that is really handy. And then for my legs and feet, just the old razor. Gotta shave them toes. Gotta shave them toes. Honestly, if you met my dad, you'd understand.
Yeah. Oh God, this girl gets so many deliveries.
Oh, it's swimwear, Emily.
Swimwear? Oh, it's barley.
I ordered these off of Amazon. Arnott's mint slices.
Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, the next question. At home with series 3, question mark, or any future collaborations? How, are we gonna be like totally honest here? Not like totally honest.
I think we should be totally honest.
Yeah, I think At Home With has maybe seen its day. We're very open to doing like one-offs here and there. And we've got some like that we're talking about, and I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
But we found it really logistically difficult, like getting guests in. We got let down by quite a lot of people last minute, and yeah, it was really hard. And also, I think that we found that we really enjoyed doing the intros more together.
We loved doing the, I mean,
Yeah.
we recorded it over a summer period, which is just like not recommended for podcasts or for anything that you're gonna need guests on.
No.
So we were let down left, right and center, guys. Like honestly, you have no idea. Like boy, do we have
just to get those 10 episodes.
Yeah, it was, that's why we had to have a little break. Like it was a real struggle. And people were just away and people were busy, and like we get it. And the logistics of it, it's actually 4 people's schedules that we need to like match up. It's Lily's, it's mine, it's our producers, and it's the guest. And it was getting really, really tricky, especially towards the end. And like we really enjoyed it, and we really enjoy the podcast side of things, but actually that like layout just isn't really going to work, especially now like Lily's obviously going to be busy and your schedule becomes even harder to fit things around. So
but we do love doing podcasts, and we've been thinking for a long time about starting a new podcast. And oh my god, how we wanted to do it pre-baby so bad. I've tried everything, but obviously like it's you know, it takes a long time to come up with a format of a podcast if you want to properly produce it and do it well. Anna's obviously been so busy with her book, so I don't think it's going to happen pre-baby, but I think it will happen when we're back.
I think it will too. Anything you're interested, like, let us know what you think.
We have an idea. We're not going to tell you. We want to keep it a surprise.
We want to keep it a surprise, but if there is any like feedback for podcasts you enjoy, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, what you feel is missing in your subscription feed, because I personally run out of podcasts all the time. I get to the end of like what I'm listening to so quickly.
I find myself listening to Women's Hour, and then I'm like, I don't want to listen to this, but I'm forcing myself to.
Well, that's very intelligent.
I know, but it's just not what I want. I want that, but with like someone I know. I don't know, like it's not, we're not gonna be doing, don't give them that look. They're gonna think they're gonna get something like Women's Hour.
Today we shall be talking about Brexit.
We need to like brainstorm names today.
I know.
We've got 2 that we like.
I know, I've got
That's the hardest bit, names and artwork. We wanna get that sorted before I have a baby.
Yeah. It'll be sorted so that when Lily is ready, we can just like pull the trigger and go for it.
Okay, we've got 2 more. Longest video ever. How would you guys get on in a wife swap, like Lily and Mark and Anna and Rich? I was trying to think about this on the way down because I screenshot this question.
I've got an answer. Me and Rich would be cool, man. Like, I don't have any, I mean, like, Rich is a lovely guy. I don't have any aspirations to be with Rich, but
the only thing I can imagine him getting annoyed at with you is that, like, you don't, like, sit in the lounge and watch TV in the evening. And that's, like, a real part of our daily routine.
I think he'd be trying to get me to, like, eat more vegetables as well. He'd be like, Anna, come on, you haven't eaten vegetables for, like, 4 days.
Rich likes to order the weirdest thing on the menu, whereas you like to eat, like, it takes a while to convince you to try something. So he'd try and get you to eat weird things.
But I think overall we'd have a nice life.
He'd love how, like, tidy you are and, like, you clean up, and he'd literally be like, oh my god, wife goals.
I think we'd be fine.
Yeah.
I think Mark and Lily, like,
disaster.
Oh my god, sign me up. Like, I want a secret camera to watch that. Like, it would be.
God, we actually did this, like, for a week.
It would be hilarious.
I think, hilarious. I don't think I would mind Mark that much, although I feel like him, like, having a go at me wouldn't, because he'd get frustrated with me and that would annoy me. But I don't think there's actually anything about him that would particularly annoy me. It would just be different. Whereas I think I would drive him nuts.
I just think he's a bit of a wind up. Like, he always tells Lily, he's like, oh, I love it when you wear your hair curly. I love it when you wear your hair curly. And Lily's like, fuck off. Or
he'd like argue back about something. I'd be like, oh, I'll do the dishes later. And he'd be like, oh no, but you didn't. I'd be like, oh, this isn't a conversation.
He would like, I think
I'm used to Rich, so laid back.
It would just be like a breeze. I think everyone thinks that like I'm the really uptight one and Mark is really laid back, which he is to an extent. But he also like, he can
he has an
opinion. He has an opinion.
It's a good thing, but like the difference is like I'll order bedside tables. I'll ask Rich and he'll be like, yeah, I love those, are great. We seem to just like agree on everything. Whereas Anna's like, oh, I really wanted yellow bedside tables, but Mark won't let me get them.
Yeah.
That
like,
happens more.
Yeah. Mark definitely like, it's 50-50 guys. Like it's no like wearing the trousers. Like it's 50-50. It's definitely like that. I would I would love it. I would love to watch you and Mark together. I think it'd be hilarious. I have to keep
you and Rich
saying,
would be like a power couple. Your house would be so clean. It would be so clean. You'd lick the floor.
Honestly, with Mark, I'm like, you have to. I was like, whenever I see you, I'm like, don't talk about curly hair. Like, please don't tell Lily that she looks better with curly hair. She doesn't like it.
Okay, the final question is, I love that Beauty Chat's coming back. My question is, what have been your biggest highlights and regrets of your 20s? I mean, that's a long period of time.
Oh my word.
Off the top of my head, I got engaged and married in my 20s and bought my first flat.
Yeah, you like ticked everything off.
So did you.
Oh yeah.
But I think my biggest achievement is like building a career for myself, creating. I know that this like industry has turned into this like monster, but at the beginning it was a small group of women who were out of uni during a time where there were no jobs, and we somehow, without even knowing each other, had the initiative and the idea to start something that seemed cool and turned it into a full-on business where we earn money despite everyone making fun of us and thinking it was strange. So I'm like, that is my like biggest life achievement, and I'm so proud of those early years.
Through like no money from our parents or
Nothing.
anything. Like it wasn't like that. Like I had internships and my parents very kindly let me pocket my travel expenses, and they paid my travel expenses for me. But it meant that when I got a job, I think I owed them about $2.5 grand through like, it's very expensive to travel between Brighton and London. Like it really did come from us, and that's pretty effing cool.
That's my like biggest achievement in my 20s by far. What is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think I agree. I think it's the fact that I've ended up with a job that I never even knew existed, and that I genuinely love to bits. Like every day I wake up and I'm just like feel so grateful to do what I do. Like, thank you to you guys for watching our videos and supporting us. We're able to continue to do this like almost 10 years down the line. Honestly, I can't pick like one career highlight, and I never knew it would be possible to love a job as much as this. And we've both had jobs before, so it's not like, oh, we just like were thrown out into this. Like, we've had loads of jobs before, and trust me, I know how lucky we are. Like, so yeah, I'm really proud of that.
Any regrets in your 20s?
I think in your early 20s you care.
Yeah, I was gonna say
so much.
It's an attitude thing.
Oh my god, you care so much about what other people think.
Yeah.
And it eats at you. And I think doing what we do is especially tricky because it's not, you know, you're not just hearing opinions from like those around you, friends, family, co-workers, you're hearing it from everyone.
Yeah.
And I think I really struggled with that at the beginning. I still remember, like I talk about this with Lily all the time, like I did a blog post like back in the day when I mentioned that I was going full time, and the comments underneath it were utterly painful. Like they honestly destroyed me. And
I wonder if you look now whether they actually were painful, or if you just took them really personally.
You know what, I'm not sure they like made that blog post, like made it over when I did the switch, so I'm not sure if I could look back. But I remember I was on holiday with my family at the time, and I was like looking at these comments. I was away in the Lake District and I was just like crying. I was like, oh, this is so painful. Like I couldn't take it. I think that really scarred me for like a long time with like what I put out there and what I share on the internet.
Every mistake we make is public. That's the thing. Like, we're only human. Like, over the years I've had so many like little mini dramas that have like taken so personally, and they've been so hard to deal with. But I don't know if I would take those back, because that's all part of it, isn't it?
It's all yes, that's the thing. It's that classic like I don't really regret anything because I wouldn't have ended up here. But at the beginning, and I think I would have cared no matter what industry I was in and what career I was in. Like, feedback is tough and you have to take it. And I think I'm now at a point where I can take it, and like I've seen those things, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, you get to a point where you're like, I'm not everybody's bag.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Not everyone is my bag. So I think you just reach that point where you get like a happy equilibrium with it, and you're just a bit more relaxed about the whole thing.
Non-work wise, it's not a regret, but I never thought I'd live with my parents till I was 28. Like, I thought I would be married with kids by 28. Obviously that led to me to be able to buy my first flat.
Yeah, but in London as well, it's tricky.
There was a long period of time where I was like, I just never thought I'd be living with my parents then, but it's also like, it was an amazing positive thing. I was very lucky that I could. So yeah, I don't know, I just think everything leads to something. Yeah,
everything kind of happens for a reason, and I feel so I mean, you're like, what, you're 31 this year, like I'm 30 this year, and I feel like at a place where I'm just very...
No, I'm 32 this year.
You're 32?
I think I'm already 31. I don't know. I genuinely don't
Oh my God,
know.
you are.
I am?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
She's 32 this year. But isn't it nice to be at a place where you're just like content and I'm happy and you're happy, and it's like, wow, how often does that happen? That you can just stand there and be like...
Yeah.
Oh,
you care so much less what people think. I don't, within my career I still care a lot. I'm like, oh no, I just got this mean DM. But in life, like I came here this morning with no makeup on. I never would have done that in my 20s. Ever. I wouldn't have left the house without makeup on. You just feel, when you get to your 30s, you're just like...
It's just like comfortableness in your own skin, and it feels really nice, and I feel like sometimes you just need to stand there and be like, we did good, well done. Thanks. I like lent into it then, like, yeah, give me a pat on the back.
Okay, we need to finish this video because it's been 500 hours long.
I actually think it's going to be about 48 minutes, Lily. Like, I'm really sorry.
And also, I don't really do editing, so I'm just going to keep it long.
Like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's Sunday video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like had a cup of tea, had a bit of brunch whilst you've watched this.
Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you soon.
See you soon, bye!